Peace, fam. I want to talk a little bit about basic fundamentals on protecting oneself from viral attacks and precautionary measures in general pertaining to keeping one healthy and informed about viral threats on, a cursory level. Now, I know a lot of folk are hearing about the COVID-19 virus, and what appears to be happening, in my opinion, is an inflated sense of peril in comparison to the other long-standing viruses running rampant on the planet today. And so we go to a review by an MD, and they're talking about the facts, and they get, of course, their data cross-referenced with the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, and it says, as of March 3, 2020, the flu is showing much more of an impact on Americans than COVID-19, which is, of course, the coronavirus. You can find up-to-date information on COVID-19 at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. Okay. Now, you can sort of cross-reference these yourself in terms of the similarities between COVID-19 and the flu. But if you look closely, you see both cause fever, cough, body aches, fatigue, sometimes vomiting, and diarrhea. Both can be mild or severe, even fatal in rare cases. Both can result in pneumonia. Okay, transmission is the same. They're saying that a possible difference between the coronavirus, though, is that it might be spread through airborne route or through droplets from, an infected person. Flu can be spread by an infected person for several days before their symptoms appear, and COVID-19 is believed to be spread in the same manner, but we don't know yet for sure. Okay. Treatment, neither can be treated with antibiotics. Both may be treated by addressing symptoms, such as reducing fever. Severe cases may require hospitalization and support as mechanical ventilation for both. Same treatment, basically. Prevention, both have the same. Both may be prevented by frequent, thorough hand washing, coughing into the crook of the elbow, staying home when sick, and limiting contact with those who are infected. The differences they note, or is that the difference in the virus, the classification, and that is basically the only difference between the two, which, if you think about it, I'm going to let you come to your own conclusions, all right? But if they both have the same effects on the body, the only difference being one is believed to be transmitted or to be capable of being airborne, then, you know, you can see what that means. But the important thing is this. Okay, we're going to look at the deaths, okay? COVID-19, approximately 3,159 deaths reported worldwide, 7 deaths in the U.S. as of March 3, 2020. Flu, 291,000 to 646,000 deaths worldwide, 12,000 to 61,000 deaths in the U.S. per year. This is the flu, okay? So when we talk about a virus that comes along and is very similar to the flu, and it is in a range which is that a fraction of what the flu is in terms of deaths, then you have to do some figuring as to which one is more of a threat, and this new threat, how genuine is it really in comparison to the flu, which we've been living with for decades and decades, of course. All right, so you come to your own conclusions, but I think this needs to be taken into consideration when you talk about these reports about what the coronavirus is capable of and just how much of a threat it is. Okay. Now, I don't mean to downplay the relevance of being protected from any type of virus, hence this video. I just want people to have proper perspective rather than be persuaded into a fearful state. So the best thing, in my opinion, to protect from viral threats in terms of internal supplementation is black seed oil, cilantro oil, eucalyptus oil, and black elderberry oil. Now, when you get elderberry oil, or any supplement really, but especially dealing with immunity, get a potency guarantee. Now, this is a herb or supplement that will state on the labeling that is either standardized or it has a potency ratio on it. For example, the black seed by Amazing Herbs has 48 milligrams of thiaquinone per 5 grams of oil. Now, while a brand I got from Ethiopia has only 40 milligrams of thiaquinone or thiaquinone per 5 grams of oil. So it's not always about the region. The main thing is to get a potency statement so you don't end up with water and a sprinkle of whatever herb you're seeking remedy from. For black seed, I suggest one with at least 40 milligrams of thiaquinone per 5 grams of oil. In your elderberry, it should have at or above 10,000 milligrams of berries in the total quantity. So again, these are the ways that you know that you have a particular potency in the particular herb that you're buying, when they tell you that there is a certain amount of milligrams of either a chemical constituent of it or the herb itself. Now your cilantro oil should be 100% pure oil. Okay, when you're talking about oils, you should have 100% pure oil in your essentials. No alcohols, no carrier oils. Now a word of caution about cilantro oil. It's very powerful and it acts as a cleaner of the body because of the C6 and C10 aldehyde acids that are more organic to the body than some other antiviral oils. So just 1 or 2 drops per application is all you need of your cilantro oil. Now lastly, eucalyptus oil. The steams are excellent because the micro drops in the vapor kill bacteria right in the lung directly, right on contact. Okay, and basically eucalyptus oil, topical applications are okay, but the steams, this herb is particularly good for the lungs in a steam form. And use distilled water when you steam. Don't steam it with tap water because you're also adding the chlorine and all of the other bacterias and different things that are in the tap water, the chemicals. So this is my antiviral stack that I stand by and have used for at least 2 years with stellar success, adding black seed oil within the past year. I've not had a cold yet that has taken me out one day, okay, since I've used this. So I highly recommend it, and this is something I want to drop to you really quick. So next video, peace. If you learned from this video, help support the study and time to bring this knowledge to our community. It does take time and effort to be concise and as accurate as possible so that we can stay abreast of important health information and techniques. Please visit the site and follow these links.